Okay, we're back with you. Sorry for the delay. We had a slight technical difficulty, but all that's happened, which 3 seconds have gone by in the second half, and all that's happened is
we had a delay game penalty on the band.
Delay game penalty on Prairie Grove because the halftime went a little long, and then following
and
then the kickoff went out of bounds. We did a re-kick, and then the Lincoln player fumbled it out of bounds at the 37-yard line on the kick itself, and then they've got their first series, and have they already got a timeout? They already took a timeout.
They took a timeout. I don't know if they couldn't get lined up right or what. But
3 seconds into the half, and already a timeout.
It's been an eventful 3 seconds, that's for darn sure. But this is we're in again we're in that critical area here. Lincoln's got to get something going.
Well, you just asked me when was the last time that I watched the Prairie Grove game, just watched it without announcing it, and I said a long time, and I thought we might get a second half like that, but no, man, Nodier is almost offsides there. There's Cummings, he breaks the oh, no, he doesn't.
There you go.
He picks up a couple, though. Actually, no gain on the play, Zach. Zero. A timeout to do that?
That's what you set up after a timeout. Look, Lincoln's not going to throw the ball deep unless Prairie Grove busts a coverage, I think.
Which happened earlier.
Yeah, and from what I was hearing at halftime, I think the run game for Lincoln, they can have that all day long if they want. They are not going to let them run the screen games, and they got it pretty well scouted on the screens and draws. They know what Lincoln's doing.
Now they're
nice play, JD Speed.
Oh man, they hammered.
JD blew that up. He took his man and the offensive tackle and pushed him back into.
I'll tell you what, Prairie Grove's getting a little aggressive. I just saw Bartholomew take a pretty good shot at Austin Thorpe, number 61. Thorpe probably outraised him a little bit, but Bartholomew took a nice hit there right at the end of the play.
I think we're going to see Prairie Grove get really aggressive defensively. I think they've got a pretty good beat on what Lincoln's doing. Lincoln 128 yards in the first half on 25 plays. Prairie Grove just 144, but 3 turnovers from Lincoln, and they catch 2 of those into touchdowns.
And so you don't have the ball as much. And when they did, they had 6 yards to go. So now Lincoln 3rd down and 10. Now they've made big plays on 3rd down, as that was where they got their touchdown on a big 3rd down play.
Prairie Grove's getting lined up a lot
in
better.
motion is Pitts. He goes, and now, wow, there's a slip there by Nodia. Here comes, boy, there. And another big 3rd down conversion for Lincoln. This is what's interesting tonight. Just when you think that Lincoln may be knocked out, they get a big play.
They do, and that was a good play by Harris. He made a nice run. He kept the play alive, and Pitts worked his way back to the football.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a good play. He got outside the pocket. He had enough protection. Suggs was coming after him pretty good.
That's just their second 3rd down conversion of the game. They're 2 out of 6.
But the one other 3rd down conversion was a touchdown.
Yeah.
So 1st down and 10 at the Prairie Grove 44. Big drive for Lincoln because they are down by 2 scores right now. Lincoln now gives to Cummings. Cummings breaks a couple tackles. He's got room. Cummings lowers his shoulder. Finally brought down by Bobby Cat. That's a 10-yard, 12-yard gain there by Cummings. Cummings a tough runner.
He's big. He's 6 foot. He's about 175 pounds, and he doesn't go down easy, that's for sure.
He runs. The thing I like the way that Cummings runs, a face mask on top of that. I don't know if it's a 5 or 15. It's a 5-yard face mask, so they're at the 25. What I noticed with Cummings is that Cummings runs body lean forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not a straight-up runner. He runs body leans forward. That 3rd down conversion was big, Zach. They went from kicking a punt to now at the Prairie Grove 25. 1st and 10 at the Prairie Grove 25. Harris from the shotgun. He's going to keep this time. Hit, no gain. Whoa!
He did get a couple. Well, I don't know if he got anything out of that, but he avoided the loss.
Several of the Tigers in there on the tackle. Looked like Connor West was there. No gain on the play.
Jack Reynolds coming out with an equipment issue.
Boy, I don't want him out of the game long.
15 carries today for Lincoln, 39 yards.
Well, that's been offset by some sacks,
yes,
too.
Yes, sacks and some bad snaps have certainly hurt.
Harris takes it. He's looking over here.
It's the same play.
That one's hit the ground.
That's the same play that they scored the touchdown on.
And they went for it again and almost pulled it off again.
Yeah. Elliott Chamberlain played that one well. He was deep. You can see Logan talking to him.
It's 3rd down and 10, and another 3rd long for Lincoln. And I imagine Lincoln's in 2-down territory or 4-down territory.
Yeah,
as well.
I would think so. I think down 12, the way this has gone, you need all the points you can get. And we haven't seen Mafuro Gonzalez. We haven't seen what kind of leg he's got.
They got trips to the left. Here comes the Tigers. They're going to give it to Cummings. He breaks, spins. He's going to be close.
Down.
Wow. He gets close to the first down. Bobby Cat with the tackle. Nice run there by Cummings. He gets the first down. So a nice run by Cummings on 3rd and 10, and they convert another 3rd down. That's 3 now, and they've come at crucial times.
3 out of 7 on 3rd down conversions. That's something that's in 2 in a row.
They're starting to back close to 50% there. Now, a nice drive for Lincoln. Almost 3 minutes gone here in this 3rd quarter. 19-7, the Tigers lead, but Lincoln is in the red zone. Cummings.
There it is. Now what Prairie Grove's got to be careful of is, do we have a flag down?
No.
Or is that just a chunk of grass? What Prairie Grove's got to be careful of is the fake on the dive and then the quick screen.
Well, I think the thing is here is when you start getting effective with him, it opens some things up. And what's happened in the 3rd down, on that last 3rd down, is Prairie Grove was expecting pass. They came inside with the tough runner like Cummings, and if he breaks that initial tackle, which he did, able to get the first down. 2nd and 10 for Lincoln. Ball at the Prairie Grove 15. 8:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. First drive of the 2nd half. Here's Harris. Nice job by Harris.
Out of it.
Chamberlain and Huckabee finally get him, but not before he gets that's a long way to run for 5 yards.
That's about a 50-yard run for a 5-yard gain, but it makes 3rd down manageable. And Prairie Grove got great pressure. You just lost contain on him.
Yeah, he's got that, and you got now have 2 downs to get 5 yards. They had him back here as far as the 30. He ran from the 30 to 10.
Yeah, showed good speed getting outside. Well, if I'm Prairie Grove, I'm bringing pressure, and I'm bringing it straight up the middle because I don't think they can pass to the outside. Not down here.
Here is Cummings. He's got a hole.
He's going to come up short.
He's going to be short, but it's going to be 4th and 3. Nick Sugg and Eli Lopez. Looks like Debo was in there as well.
Give him 2 on that one.
And Reynolds. There was several in there. So going to be. Now it looks like they're going to try a field goal, Zach. Now field goal by Gonzalez. Good snap, kick on the way, and it is
Well, he looks
good.
like Landon, doesn't he?
Nice job by Gonzalez. He gets some points on the board, and that makes the score Prairie Grove 19, Lincoln 10. Still 2 points, though, Zach. Two-score lead for Prairie Grove.
Yeah, but, if you get stopped down there, give Prairie Grove a big rush of emotion. You stopped them inside the 10. You get your points. We got, what do we got, a quarter and a half to still go. Now Prairie Grove's got to come out and answer. Lincoln did their job. They got points on their first drive.
And they took almost half of the third quarter to do it. 5 minutes and 16-second drive there for Lincoln.
But and 4 Prairie Grove penalties. From the 2 on the kickoff and then 2 on the drive. But Prairie Grove just needs to settle down and do what they do. It wouldn't hurt to have a big kickoff return here either. Got a change back there. I believe that's Cole McClellan back there. Dalton. Jeez, there it was. Blake Falk had been returning kicks tonight, and it is Cole McClellan back deep. Boy, they'd love to get that star formation set up if they could. That's going to Logan.
Bartholomew. Bobby Cat.
Good play by Dylan Sainer not to hit 9 in the back. Dylan lost him. And he had a chance to hit him from behind, but he did not.
When you got a star on this side, I think you send that star to the wide side of the field instead of short side. You got a little more.
Yeah, but I know they've been wanting to get that going, and they've kind of stumbled with it the last couple of weeks.
I'll tell you, during the 2000 and I believe it was the 2005 season, Prairie Grove ran that to perfection many times. They had a lot of speed that year, and just telling you, I'm sorry, the 2003 season. I said 2005, 2003 season. And now flag on the Tigers. (19-10), the Tigers lead, and now they're going to start inside their 20 with that penalty.
It'll be 1st and 15 at the 19. Lincoln now out gaining the Tigers 180-144. Boy, those 3 turnovers and all the burned timeouts, I'm sure they'd like to have all of that back.
Well, the Tigers, I got to tell you, watching them tonight, it's a little uninspiring.
Sluggish.
Yeah.
Very sluggish. And some of it is the way that Lincoln has really mucked up the inside running. I mean, Prairie Grove just can't do it.
Oh, my God. There is Elliott Chamberlain.
Oh, nice.
He's got it.
Elliott!
And Elliott Chamberlain, the Mad Stork, hauls it in. That's the longest completion we've had in a few weeks, Zach.
Yes, it is, and nobody better to get it started than the Mad Stork. Great play, great play. All the way down to the 40, where did they put that, the 47? 46-yard line of Lincoln. It's the longest pass play we've had in a while. Jacob now 3 of 6, 42 yards passing.
And in one play, we even up the yardage.
Yeah.
Now Sugg, JD Speed in the backfield. In motion is Bobby Cat. Quick pitch. Speed breaks one tackle, goes forward.
Load, isn't he?
Going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Well, they're going to make it 42, be a 4-yard gain.
I think they got to bust Lincoln out of this shell that they're in. I mean, every Lincoln defender's within 9 yards of the ball, and throwing deep to Elliott's not a bad way to do it. I saw Jared here just a minute ago. We could slip him in there. Maybe if Halbert's got a couple extra years of eligibility, that would be nice too.
I got to tell you, that is one name I miss calling, because you always knew something was going to happen with him around the ball.
He was a fiery leader, wasn't he?
Indeed, and there's Sugg right up the middle. Sugg picks up a couple of tough yards.
I'll mark him down at the 39.
It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3 now for the Tigers.
I think you're obviously in 3-down territory, or 4-down territory.
I made the mistake.
Two plays to go 4 yards here.
I would love to see us bust one on the corner here, Zach.
And Jacob really hasn't really had many opportunities. 3 carries tonight for just 5 yards.
Now he turns it upfield. He's going to be short.
They're watching for him. That's for darn sure.
He's going to be short, but he's going to be 3rd and about a yard. I believe Prairie Grove will go for it here. Now this could be a huge momentum shift. It's 3rd down. They're marking it just outside the 37, so about a yard and a half to go for the Tigers. I'm going to go as far as say this could be the play of the game, because
this is you got to make this if you're Prairie Grove.
Now here's JD Speed. He's hit in the backfield. Yep. He's not going to make it.
Well.
And a huge defensive play by Lincoln. And now Lincoln holds Prairie Grove, and a huge momentum swing there. And
well, now you got to lean on your defense a little bit.
And Lincoln has moved the ball here in the second half. The first drive they have, mix it up, run and pass.
And Prairie Grove's offense just have to get it in gear here. 185 yards through 2.5 quarters. Not the usual offense that we've become accustomed to.
Cummings, boy,
good tackle. They're making contact with him 2 yards deep in the back.
He's strong.
Yeah, and he's at least getting
back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, he got nothing out of it, but they hit him 2 yards deep.
Oh my gosh, they just gave him.
Are you kidding me?
They just gave him about a yard and a half.
At the 40.
That is unbelievable.
Wow. Okay, they marked it at the 40 and then moved it forward to the 42. Okay.
4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Prairie Grove holding on to a 19-10 lead.
All right, come on. Everybody get lined up.
And here comes Speed on the corner.
Harris with a little too much on that one.
He had him open.
He had him.
Danny Cavillo, and Cavillo was open.
Yeah, he was. You know, he I guess he was 5 yards. He didn't have Bobby was 5 yards off, and you know, now another third down, 3rd and 8. Harris now 7 out of 15 for 124 yards.
Not a bad night.
Nope, no, much better than last year. That's for darn sure. He's certainly improved, and he's got a lot of zip on the ball. And he's completed the two big plays, one for the touchdown, one on a 3rd and 20.
Lincoln on 3rd and long again. They've been successful. Had some success.
Good play, Connor. Oh! Good hit. Good.
Oh! And there's a fumble. There's a fumble. And Prairie Grove has it. Prairie Grove has it. Connor West.
Connor West. How about you?
Who hit him? I did not see.
I'm just going to
Bobby Cat.
Yeah.
That was Bobby Cat.
I was just going to take a stab at that and say it was either Cat or Reynolds.
Bobby Cat laid the lead that time to Cummings. He popped up the ball. Connor West gets it, and the Tigers are in business.
He took a heck of a shot. And that, by the way, the fourth Lincoln turnover.
Wow.
Well, now if you're Prairie Grove, you got to make hay now. You make this a 16-point game. You make this really, really difficult.
Now, there's Sugg.
There's
Nick Sugg. He goes 7, 8, 9 yards on the play.
You know, the one thing that Prairie Grove has not been able to do to this point is pop it on that trap. They've had a lot of success doing that. Lincoln's doing a nice job of keeping everything in front of them, but I think it's because they've got 11 guys within 9 yards of the ball.
Dalton Simmons on the tackle for Lincoln, but not before Suggs picks up 8. 3:10 to go here in the 3rd. Prairie Grove.
It's Nick's 9th carry, 44 yards and a score.
Almost 5 yards of carry. There's Bobby Cat.
I like this.
Bobby Cat.
Bobby Cat. Yeah, take that. All right, Bobby, just hand the ball to the referee.
Close to a horse collar there, but
we've had a couple that have been close to that.
Where are they going to mark that? 26, 1st down for the Tigers. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, we just haven't had that big play yet. You know, we haven't gotten on the corner. We haven't had that big
and
moment.
Been close.
Yeah,
Logan's had a couple close. James had a couple
run, but they really just have not had the normal explosion. And a lot of that's due to Lincoln's playing good defense.
I tell you, the Lincoln scheme tonight and what they've done both offensively and defensively has been successful.
Well, this is the blueprint. If you're playing a wing T team, you keep everything in that phone booth and make them push you out of the way, and they're doing a really,
we're
really
down
nice
to 7.
job.
I don't know if we're going to get this off.
We're going to get this off. Quick
4,
snap. Quick snap.
3, 2. There it is. There's Logan.
Oh
nice
goodness.
move. Logan Bartholomew on the corner. Nice tackle.
You know what? That's 4 yards on his own.
Nice open field tackle that time by Pitts.
And Logan made that play on his own. He had a defender that had busted through, and Logan gave him a little shimmy, and he was off and running.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and a long 6 to go for the Tigers.
And that's fine. I mean, you're under 2 minutes to go. Prairie Grove's got the ball. They're churning up yards. This game's it's one of those muckety-muck games. It's like playing in mud.
Now here is the keeper.
Here's
Storley. Storley.
There it is.
Jacob Storley down to the 10. He's finally brought down.
Yeah, he went down awkwardly.
He may have hurt his ankle.
Yeah, he went down really awkwardly.
Now coming into the game for the Tigers, backup quarterback Sam Dodd. Storley comes off.
If he's got a chance of coming back in, maybe let the 25-second. He's hobbling around and now he's laying down on the ground.
They're going to check him out. He came down awfully funny on that.
Yeah, he grabbed him from the back. I don't know if he horse-collared him or not, but he came down really awkwardly.
Now we'll get to see what Prairie Grove can do without their senior leader, Bobby Cat, in motion. Snap goes to Sugg. Look at Nick Sugg, strong.
That's not a bad idea. They're going to mark him down the 7.
Pickup of maybe 3. Well, maybe close to 4 yards.
Where'd they mark it down? The 8?
2nd down, a long 6 to go. 50 seconds to go here. In the 3rd quarter. There's J.D. Speed. Speed gets close to the 5-yard line. Let's see if we're going to get this under. I don't know if we're going to try to. If we can get it to 25 seconds, he's going to try to do.
I think you let the clock go.
I think you let it go here.
Let it go. Check on Jacob. I'm looking for him, but
he's down here. He's right.
He's right in front of us, and he's still on the ground.
Tigers going to go ahead and run a play here. Third down and 3. They can get a first down without a touchdown. There is J.D. Speed.
Giving ground.
He doesn't get anything there, so it's 4th down. We'll have 4th down when the Tigers come back. Looks like Storley's getting ready to come back in.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Yeah, he's all right.
Well, Dodd did an admirable job there.
And he got him into a manageable 4th down situation here, and now you get your A guy back in there.
Now, did you kick a field goal here?
No.
You're going to go, well, yeah, you might as well. I mean, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 2 scores at this point. You put this thing up around 16 points. It gets dicey. It's JD's 10th carry of the game for 58 yards, and Nick's got 10 carries for 50 yards. Prairie Grove's run the ball really well. 34 carries, 174 yards. It's not the 370 they had last week, but it'll do right now.
Just got a text from Henry, a great observation that they're tackling an open space for Lincoln tonight. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, they really have. They've overachieved in that area. We haven't seen a lot of teams able to tackle Bobby and Logan and JD in space, and they've done a really, really, really nice job.
David Lehman up and some of his mates from the hotel room in Topeka, Kansas, playing Emporia State tomorrow. They're watching. Susan saying, come on.
I think
watching from Cornell University, Susan is.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, a little full house backfield. Bobby Cat. Touchdown.
Give Bobby Cat 6. Bobby Cat.
Hey, giving it to 23 is never a bad idea.
Never a bad idea. Bobby Cat and another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
Out of the full house backfield. How you like that, old school?
Wow. Nice job.
Well, that puts you up 15. You get the extra point here, make it 26-10. You've put Lincoln in a bind.
Prairie Grove 3 scores off of turnovers, and that extra point is drilled right through there. 26-10.
That was a nice drive for the Tigers. That's 8 plays, 36 yards, and a
touchdown. Sponsored by PG Telco.
Right.
Another $30.
I love saying that.
Let's go to break.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office, for telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV. Think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Well, Lincoln with 11:53 to go here in the ball game. They're going to have to capitalize when they have the ball, Zach. Total yardage now for Prairie Grove.
221 on 41 plays. Lincoln 36 plays, 176 yards, but 4 critical turnovers. 3 of which Prairie Grove has turned into points.
Now here comes J.D. Speed to kick. And J.D. gets the kick away. Retrieved at about the 15. Aaron Price on the tackle. That was
Mr. Haynes, I believe.
I think you're right.
First time we've called his name tonight. Well, for Prairie Grove here, this is, you get a 3 and out or you get the ball back quickly here, you could really put a stranglehold on this.
And a keeper by Harris. Harris got pretty good wheels. Oh, he slips, falls just short of the first down. Depends on the spot. He's going to be close. Eli Lopez there to stop him.
Going to give him the first down.
Good night. Harris got pretty good wheels there.
Yeah, he does. That's his longest run of the night, 10 yards.
And a nice hard run that time because he got hit by Nodier. That was Danny Cavillo. He got hit by Nodier, but then stayed on his feet and made a nice run. He looks like he may be hurt, may have been shaken up, but tough running there by Cavillo.
Yeah, just a couple of missed tackles. I mean, Prairie Grove had it defended well. You got to get off your blocks, make your tackle. That's probably a 7-yard gain instead of whatever he came up with, which was, let's see if the stat machine's working tonight, 19.
Cummings is out of the game right now, Zach. I don't know if he got shaken up on the fumble play or not.
That would be huge. Whoever hit him took a pop. What we got? False start.
False start on Lincoln.
I'll tell you what, they have really shot themselves in the foot with penalties tonight. That's now 6 penalties on Lincoln. They've all come at critical times.
10:54 to go in the ball game. Lincoln trails by 2 scores. They need something here.
You know, this feels like Bobby Cat time, doesn't it?
Well, with Cummings out of the game, it probably gives you a little more opportunity to bring some pressure on Harris. Here they come. He's scrambling. He's got running room. Suggs.
Play, Nodier.
They're wanting a late hit on the other side.
Didn't touch him.
No gain on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and 15. And I just wonder if Cummings is hurt. I see him over on the side. I see him here. He's over here, Zach. Just far left side from us.
He took a good shot. I thought he was in on the kickoff. And coaches are talking to him. But with him out of the game, I mean, they essentially have no running game.
You go after Harris here.
Yeah.
2nd and 15. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. And now Harris rolling. He is the guy.
How about a hold?
He's not out of the pocket. Oh boy.
Nice play.
They made a play there.
Yeah. Wound up being a 6-yard gain. Personally, I thought there was a penalty for holding down on the bottom, but what are you going to do?
I think there is, Zach. No?
No, these guys are not calling penalties. I'll bring up a 3rd and 6. I mean, whoever was blocking Blake Falk had a hold of his jersey by the neck. I don't know how you miss it, but you know, good play by Harris to keep the play alive.
Great play by Harris to keep it alive. Made a couple of Johnny Manziel looks there, and he looked like him a little bit with the purple and the 2 and everything else.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
3rd down, Pitts in motion.
Cummings back in. Yeah, JD got in the way of that one.
That's going to bring up 4th down. As a matter of fact, Pitts kept an interception from taking place. 4th down, and now Lincoln's. Are they going to punt? Fourth down.
They're going.
And now Cummings just on a keep. He's
short.
He's going to be short of the first down.
I don't know. They've marked these things 2 yards forward for him.
Well, they just kind of lined up there in
a power eye and then direct snapped it to him. But kind of a curious call on 4th and long. I don't know if you're trying to catch Prairie Grove napping, but Prairie Grove was in punt safe, so you had the regular defense out there.
Storley looks like he's hobbling a little bit. He walked out there and he's back on the field, but he's favoring his ankle a little. Aaron Price brings the play in. 19 seconds to go on the play clock. Down to 15. Tigers with a sustained drive here would be the knockout punch. There's Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez.
Loco! Or what'd you call him earlier?
Tuco.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. And he's a nice change of pace from Nick. He's a little bit quicker. Any points here, I think, puts the game out of reach.
Yeah, you make it 3 scores of any kind. Field goal, touchdown.
Yeah, I think you'd like to see
safety, anything.
Yeah, anything at this point pretty much puts it out of reach. I think if you're Prairie Grove, you're taking as much time as you can to take the play clock under 5 seconds and then snap the ball.
Storley gives to Bobby Cat. Oh, Bobby Cat is hit in the backfield. Colton Barnum, nice play there by Colton. Lost of a yard.
He's had his hands in a lot of tackles tonight.
We're down to 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the ball game. Last minute has gone by awfully slow. This is a big third down for Lincoln. I mean, because if they hold, Prairie Grove I would almost assure they would probably punt.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how close it is.
Got Lopez and speed. There's Eli Lopez. Lopez.
The first down and more.
Eli Lopez. Look at Eli Lopez. Oh, Eli Lopez.
Nice
brought
play.
Down finally by Simmons, but not before Lopez gets to the 27. And now the Tigers. This is where you talked about, Zach, when you have the shortage of players, or the depth is not there. You start seeing the wear down, that something that probably should have been a 6-7 yard gain turns into a big gain.
That's I think maybe Eli's longest run of the year. That's 29 yards. Eli immediately jumps up into the rushing totals. That's his second carry, 38 yards. Prairie Grove now at 216 on the ground.
Both teams have had about the same number of plays, 44 to 42. Prairie Grove leading in the stats, and now there's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat gets down to about the 25. Where are they going to mark this? Tell me, it's better be the 25.
26.
Well, they got it right outside the 25. Wow, they only gave good night.
Well, for Prairie Grove now, the clock's your friend. The ball does not go in the air. You run the ball. The worst thing you can do here is the worst thing that happens is you turn it over on downs and just bleed another 90 seconds to 2 minutes off the clock.
There is Eli. This time he's hit, and that is again Barnum. Barnum's playing nice defense over there.
I think I read somewhere he has 160 tackles already.
Colton Barnum, 6'1", 200. He's a senior.
Well, now you're back into 3rd and long here. And I really don't think you're putting this thing in the air. Jacob on maybe a waggle action pass, Sainer coming across the middle. They're over committing on the running plays.
You might do the try to get the pop pass to Sainer again.
I don't like that. That goes through a lot of bodies.
Bobby Cat completed.
Never a bad
Bobby
idea.
Cat.
Bobby Cat.
Look at Bobby Cat.
Bobby Cat.
Give Bobby Cat 6. Give Bobby Cat 6. Hey.
I got to tell you, that kid is amazing. He's just.
And Bobby Cat now stretches the Tiger lead to 32 to 10. It's 3 scores, Zach, and Lincoln's back is definitely against the wall.
They're in a spot here, but that's just bad tackling. You're starting to see guys wear down. I mean, you have a chance to tackle Bobby, which isn't easy, but they've done a nice job of that today. Like Henry said, in space, they've done a really nice job.
Kick on the way by Speed, up and good. With 7:14 to go. 7:14 to go. The Tigers lead 33 to 10, and that's another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office, for telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV. Think PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Zach, I'll tell you, we talked about it. One of the things I question a little bit, and I mean, is when Coach Harris kicked the field goal. Now I know he pulled, that was something that kept him. But if they score there, it's a little different there. But of course, he does have the points, and
they got the ball back on the ensuing drive.
Yeah,
that was that was a big deal. It's just Prairie Grove turned him over. Good play.
Aaron Price.
Aaron's playing a heck of a game tonight. I guess that's got to be his third tackle on special teams tonight. Aaron having a really, really good evening.
Patrick Haynes on that return. Bobby Cat, he's already got a vote for the Steak and Shake Player of the Game.
You know what? We're gonna have a duel for the Steak and Shake Player of the Game, I think.
And who do you have else besides Bobby Cat?
I'm kind of leaning towards Bobby. Jacobs got 2 touchdown passes tonight.
Now Harris, he's looking deep, and he's got a man open.
Guy there.
Haynes. Haynes all the way down to the 30.
Job of that.
Nice job. Zach Downey and Elliott Chamberlain on the coverage, but boy, one play and they're in striking distance.
Good arm. That's a heck of a throw.
11 for 20, 2 interceptions, 191 yards passing for Lincoln.
He's hit some big ones.
Well, those are big. He had a 70-yard touchdown pass, and now he's rolling to his right. He's looking downfield. Eli Lopez
lost him. Good play by Eli. Didn't face guard. When the receiver's hands went up, his hands went up.
Harris is wanting a flag.
I don't know that I necessarily like Eli deep one-on-one, but
what I don't like on that deep pass there is he's facing. He turns around. He's got a shot at that one.
But he played it okay.
As
soon as his hands went up, Eli's hands went up.
Yep.
He played it about as well as he could, but I don't like that. They're running you're familiar with this, the smash route combination that Spurrier killed you guys with, where the outside receiver runs the smash route, the inside receiver runs the corner, and he's getting one-on-one with Eli. And I'll bet you they're going to go back and try it again.
For the most part, Harris found a lane, and Harris has got a lot of room.
Oh,
wow, he takes a hit and gets into the end zone. It's Harris. And a nice run by Harris. And he scores, and it's 33-16. And Lincoln's not going down without a fight.
They sure aren't. And Prairie Grove's got to do a little bit better on the defensive end.
He took a nice hit there before he went in.
And trying to knock him over instead of wrapping him up.
33-16. And now, with this extra point, they pull within 16 points. This is a critical extra point because
it really is. If he misses,
you're still 3 scores down.
Yep.
And he's not missing that.
Jeez.
I think he kicked it to Lincoln. They can pick it up on their field Monday morning at practice.
That was a heck of a shot.
Well, I will tell you, Zach, one of the things is we talk about PG Telco sponsoring. They also sponsor Lincoln's touchdown, so they're
double dipping tonight.
They are. Derek Oxford of the Northwest Arkansas Times over there watching some baseball.
Everybody realizes that the Major League Baseball playoffs are irrelevant. The Red Sox are winning it. Well, now you got to be careful of an onside kick. They played it pretty close to the vest, except for the fake punt.
Lincoln,
they've got their hands team out right now.
Lincoln offensively, almost 300 yards offense. They will have probably by the end of the night.
When was the last time somebody outgained Prairie Grove?
And lost by more than 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I don't know that that's going to happen yet still. I mean, both teams have almost equally in yards.
Right. Prairie Grove's got their hands team out. If they kick it deep, they kick it deep. And you kick it to 23. Never a bad idea.
Bobby could come up.
And they are definitely coming with something. Eli. There you go. Eli's got to catch that.
Wow.
Not let it bounce.
Ball went out of bounds, so.
Now, Eli's got a fair catch that. They can't touch him. They're not going to call the penalty.
Well, what happened, Zach? I don't think he could because it bounced first.
That's true.
So he couldn't call fair catch.
Well, no. If it rolls out of bounds, it doesn't matter. But
no, but I'm saying you were saying he didn't fair catch it. It bounced first. He kicked it.
Yeah, but he was backpedaling.
Oh yeah. Well, the Tigers going to have it at the 41. 6:37 to go. They lead 33-17.
Well, this is, again, big drive.
I thought the last one was the knockout punch, but boy, Lincoln came back and said, "Hey, we're not going down."
They fought right back, didn't they? And they've been feisty all night long.
There's J.D. Speed. We hadn't seen Logan Bartholomew in a while. Is he hurt?
No, he's been out there on defense. He's been out there on special teams. He just hasn't been running the ball much.
I still like him. I mean, the one thing that we didn't do much tonight is we didn't try to get him on the corner much.
Well, they're coming off the corners with their defensive ends. They're coming off the corners, not allowing them to get outside. This is a completely different scheme from what they played last year, where it was, keep everything in front of you.
2nd and 7. Quick pass to Nodier. He catches it. Brandon Nodier. Nodier stays on his feet. And Nodier gets down to the 37-yard line. Nice pitch and catch. And Prairie Grove's like, hey, we can
throw it.
We can throw too. Tigers with just 6 minutes to go in the ball game, leading 33-17.
Jacob now 5 out of 8, 86 yards and 2 scores.
Prairie Grove has now scored more points tonight than I think all the other Lincoln opponents added together.
Yeah, that's very true. I think they were averaging in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken. I think they'd scored 232 points in 5 games.
And they had only given up
32, 23?
Let's see, 26, 33 points. So Prairie Grove has matched that amount. There's Sugg, bounces.
Nice play, Nick.
Nick Sugg.
Just keep going.
He chugs along. He's brought
I
down.
think we expected Prairie Grove to eclipse the total point output.
Johnny Yang. 5:20 to go in the ball game. Tigers leading 33-17.
And they give Lincoln a lot of credit. They made this a slugfest.
They have, and I'll tell you,
which is fine with Prairie Grove. It's just not going to be the prettiest thing in the world when it's over. But they've decided that they were going to make this, rather than a pretty boxing match, they were just going to stand toe to toe and try and exchange punches.
2nd and 3, and there is J.D. Speed. J.D. Speed. He's got room. J.D. Speed down to the 21. 4:45 to go in the ball game. 4:47 to go in the ball game. And there's a Lincoln player down.
$25?
I can't tell.
I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
Okay, we're back. The player that was hurt for Lincoln was Dakota Riggin. Dakota Riggin actually was here in Prairie Grove a few years ago as well.
Yes, he was. It looked like he just got rolled up on as JD went by.
1st and 10 for Prairie Grove at the 21.
He's had a big night. He's been one of the defensive ends that's been crashing down and keeping Prairie Grove out on the, or keeping them away from the edges.
J.D. Speed, 12 carries, 69 yards. So
he's played really, really well tonight.
Prairie Grove's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ball carriers.
2 below their average.
There is Eli Lopez.
Boy, he's quick, isn't he? He makes that cut and he's just gone.
Eli Lopez gets it inside the 20 down to about the 18.
Prairie Grove now 44 carries, 240 yards.
326 on the night.
Yeah, Jacobs really had a nice night.
Colton Barnum
he's everywhere.
He's all over the field. He has played a very good game tonight. It's a good thing he's a senior. 3:55 to go in the ball game. Second and 7 for the Tigers.
By Jacob backing out. You don't have to hurry.
Now there's Bobby Cat. And
Colton Barnum
again, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, there was a little collision in the backfield that slowed that play down. Well, that's third down.
Third and long.
Coach Absher got up his sleeve now?
Well, the clock is Prairie Grove's friend right now, and with 3:25 to go here in the ball game, Prairie Grove,
by the way, now plus 17 in turnover margin.
Wow.
4 tonight. They came in plus 13, and they have they take the football away. And tonight they're 3 out of 4 on the turnovers.
And I will tell you, of the turnovers, one of those definitely was a Prairie Grove created one, and that's for sure. There's a JD Speed on the draw play. JD,
keep running.
He's going to be just short. Whoa, he's going to be close. It depends on the spot. It's going to be close. It is going to be really close.
I think if
they're going to need to measure that one.
They have to. It's too close not to measure it.
They are going to measure it. It is really close. But I think Prairie Grove goes now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, before, if it would have been 2 or 3 yards short, they may have tried a field goal with speed, but 2:58 to go in the ball game. This is going to be a big measurement here, because if the Tigers get a first down here, they're going to be able to knock off another minute and a half off of this clock, even if they don't score. Wow, he's short, just a little short. So big fourth down play now for the Tigers, and Coach Absher, I'm sure, is going to go here.
You know, I'm looking down here on the sidelines. I don't see Logan.
We might need to get a check on that.
Hey, Logan hurt? I haven't seen him anywhere. He's not on the sideline.
All right. We're
Hey, we played it. We haven't got it. We played it 2 or 3 times.
Prairie Grove's content to let the clock run down. I'd even let. Now they're going to come out with 10 seconds.
And now here we go. Fourth down and a short. There's Storley. He's got the first.
Down. Good play. Smart play.
Now down to 2:30 to go. 2:32 to go in the ball game, and
now Prairie Grove can bleed this clock, and they could take another
minute and a half
15 off of this thing.
I'd assume they'll take only 7 seconds off and put it in the end zone, to be honest with you. There's Storley keeps.
Jacob.
Now he pitches to JD Speed. Nice play nice play by Lincoln on that. Danny Cavillo, and I'll tell you, they played that option well.
They're ready for it. I mean, they've obviously saw what happened last week.
Well, actually a loss on the play.
Yeah, but he stayed in bounds. That's the more important part.
1:45 to go, and
5 wide. Sainer, what do you think?
Oh, I tell you one thing, Lincoln has nothing to hold their head down about tonight. They've played an incredible football game and have made Prairie Grove earn it. I mean, it may end up being a 16 or 23-point game, but now here's JD Speed, and he's not going to get too much there. He may, well,
he's getting a lot of work tonight. I'm going to mark that one.
Battle at 9, so it's third down and goal from the 9. We're down to a minute now. I think Prairie Grove I bet he puts it up in the air here, Zach.
Well,
Because
if you put Sainer out there, I like that 5 wide. Just lob it to Sainer, see what you can get out of it. I mean, he's 6'6", and then if you want to push it and go for it on 4th down, go ahead. Oh, he's wide open.
Bobby Cat, give Bobby Cat 6. Bobby Cat. Hey.
He had his choice of receivers. Dylan was open. Bobby was open. He could pick anybody he wanted.
And that stretches the lead to 39-17. And
well, we're going to have a debate about our Steak and Shake player of the game.
Make them happy. Prairie Grove Telephone Company sponsor another touchdown, and we're going to check some scores here in just a moment. Extra point on the way by Speed is up and good, and with 37 seconds to go, the Tigers lead 40-17.
Everett Chevrolet is the home of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road today, the Chevy Silverado. And the 2014 Silverado has been totally redesigned, and it's better than ever before. And right now, the selection of Silverados at Everett Chevrolet has never been better. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cabs, and every color you can imagine with options to die for. So make the short drive to Everett Chevrolet just off of I-540 at Elm Springs Road. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet.
Just with a score update during the break, we had a...
You can pull that up.
Farmington leading Berryville 7-3. After JD Speed to kick with 37 seconds, the Tigers leading 40-17. Update on the Farmington score. That was an old score. It's 20. Oh, Notier.
Hello.
He brings down Haynes. There's a 20-3 is the score in Farmington. Got an update there. .31 seconds to go. Lincoln with the ball, and the score is going to be showing. The score is going to show a 23-point win, but I think the game's felt a little closer than the 23-point difference.
The style in which the game was played. Lincoln, they came in and they had a game plan, and they were going to try and make this a war of attrition, if you will, and they succeeded for quite a while. They had Prairie Grove really reeling a little bit.
Here's Harris. He's looking deep. This might be intercepted, and it is. Zach Downey picks it off, and so with 22 seconds to go in the game, the Tigers can get in the victory formation, and that's going to do it. Well, Zach, as we go to the post game here in just a moment, we'll name our Steak and Shake player of the game.
I think we're definitely in agreement, I think.
And a great victory tonight for the Prairie Grove Tigers. But a hard fought, like I said, people will see the score overnight, so Prairie Grove kind of did what they were supposed to do.
We get a vote from home. My wife has placed her vote for the Steak and Shake player of the game.
Well, and I think that I agree with her, and you and I have talked about it off a little bit. I think it's going to be Bobby Cat tonight. And
he's been everywhere again. Two touchdown receptions, 1 rushing touchdown. Had the big hit that caused the fumble. It really got the game under control for Prairie Grove. And favorite formation, victory time.
And that's going to do it. Let's see, they'll take a snap, and that'll do it. And now the clock will just go down. And like I said, Lincoln has nothing to hold their head down about. They played a hard-fought game tonight, 40-17, and Lincoln gave Prairie Grove all they wanted. It's going to be a 23-point victory, but it didn't feel like that tonight, Zach.
No, it sure didn't. And give Lincoln credit. They came in and they played hard. They were a little outmanned. They're a good football team, and they're probably, and I certainly can't I can't speak for the rest of the conference, the best team maybe outside of Morrilton that we've seen. And as far as Prairie Grove goes, this gives you a leg up on really everybody.
Well, you're 3-0. The nice thing to see is that Storley was not. I don't know if he's got a bad ankle, what may have happened there, but Well, we're gonna go straight to our post-game show, and Zach, let's go again. Our Steak and Shake player of the game, Bobby Cat. Let's go through the stats tonight.
Prairie Grove tonight. So let me get this set up again. Prairie Grove, 59 plays, 344 yards. Jacob had a nice night through the air with 95 yards passing. Prairie Grove runs the ball for 249 yards. Lincoln, known as a rushing team, just 101 yards rushing today, but they did supplement that with 191 passing. The killer for the Wolves, 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles, and that was pretty much their undoing. They had a couple that Prairie Grove turned into points almost instantly, and that's the difference in the football game. Lincoln came in here; they're better than I think that people give them credit for after the 5-0 start. Really got playing stiff competition, but they're a good football team, and now they get to run the gauntlet. They're going to play the big boys in the conference, and they're going to get a really good gauge of where they are.
Well, I'll tell you, I think from what I have seen so far between Ozark, Farmington, and Lincoln, and then what we've seen online on the various teams, looking at some of the other games, Lincoln looks like the second best team in the conference to me so far.
Yeah, I'd be a little concerned as they go through the season. Can they continue, and can they stay healthy? A couple of injuries for them could really set them back. But they came in tonight, and again, this is a super emotional game for them. This may be what we might call the Farmington effect, where you play your best game when you come in here. But they'll be a team to watch, and I think they're certainly going to get a playoff berth, and they'll get their first real taste of 4A playoff action.
Well, the other thing that I would say tonight about Lincoln is I was impressed with several players. Barnum on defense.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Harris. I thought Harris moved in the pocket well.
He finished up 11 out of 22 for 191 yards, but the 3 picks were just they were really
well.
Really
I think the biggest turnover of the game was the turnover on the snap that Prairie Grove got the first and goal from the 6, and from then on, Prairie Grove
the next drive they got the pick 6, and it was quickly 19-7.
And those 2 back to back, and then Prairie Grove kind of controlled the game, but it was never complete. I mean, it was like you never knew if they were going to make it all the way or not, but nice job tonight by both teams. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Next week, Zach, we'll come from Berryville.
Bandland.
And we'll go up there.
Band better have their A game.
Yeah, they have a great band, and that I think they actually do it after the game. It's such a good show. They put it after the game, and so next week we'll come to you from Berryville. And that's going to do it for tonight. For our East Lab students, Prairie Grove High School, Zach Arns, I'm Lynn Gregson. Thank you. Have a great night, and go Tigers.
We want to thank you once again for joining us for another night of Prairie Grove Tiger football. And a big thank you going out to the Prairie Grove High School East Lab. Their volunteer hours make this game possible. Also, we want to thank PG Telco, the providers of PGTigersOnline.com. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. By Clorox, the name alone means clean. The Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas and Prairie Grove since 1946. Shelter Insurance, your local shelter insurance agents, Mr. Mark Spence. And Prairie Grove Christian Church, where it's all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. And by Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. And also by the Bank of Fayetteville, where they're banking on your potential. And the broadcast is also brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove High School Booster Club, reminding you your Tiger Pride is just one membership away. It's great to be a Prairie Grove Tiger.